My name is Stuart Todd, based in East Yorkshire and North Yorkshire. I started my training in November and started trading in late December, early January. Yeah, I went through the government funding for the startup loan, which obviously has been very helpful. The process, it was quite stressful on my side of things because previously I've been a carer for my son for the last 10 years, so I haven't actually had work. So as in terms of credit score and things like that, I was a bit worried that I wouldn't get approved. The loan came through in late October and then I was doing my training in November. The training was really, really positive. It gave me a lot of confidence afterwards. Having really any experience in doing this sort of thing in the past, the training was quite intense, but it was I wouldn't say easy to learn because it's not an easy training or anything like that, but to start very gradually and build you up your confidence. And by the end of it, I was raring to go. Generally, it was starting a new business. So I was a bit apprehensive, as in, obviously, I was changing my family circumstances from being secure, going to basically being the money provider for the family and being essentially my own boss. If I need to be there for my son or family, that it's not a problem. I can sort that out. I'm not relying on employers to allow me to go do the things I need to do. Obviously, the 4-week training, you get along with Chris and spend a lot of time with him, and he's really thorough with everything. And if you're unsure, he doesn't think you're stupid for asking any questions, or he doesn't judge you for making mistakes or anything like that. He's basically there for make sure you're ready by the end of it, in which he's been brilliant with that. And then when I've left the training, I was ringing Chris every day at the first, and he was happy to take the calls. That's obviously a massive, massive bonus that once you have left the training, they're there still for support. And John was more the business side of things. He's just basically making sure that the business is run correctly. He gives you the blueprint to basically succeed, making sure you understand where you need to target when you leave the franchise. And actually, before I'd left my training, I had jobs lined up already. Is in terms of experiencing the work I've done, I've not had any. So it was more just a determination to succeed and have something. Because obviously, starting from nothing at the beginning is very difficult of any business. But the leap forward, straight away from the beginning, because you've got this blueprint to follow. It's a proven blueprint to follow. It's been brilliant, really. First clients were a house builder. That was through LinkedIn. Basically, I hadn't even heard of LinkedIn before the franchise training because I've never really been in that industry. I started building up my clientele through LinkedIn. John, give me the people I should be looking for and targeting, and then also even giving you the fine details of the messages you should be sending them as an introduction to Snag. And then, as I say, I actually had bookings before I my training. Well, then also they tell you exactly which companies they've used in the Northwest, and also which other Snag doctors have used different house builders in different parts of the country. So you've almost got a foot in the door with them. In my particular area, we're very big on caravan and motorhome production. The culture in them sort of places at the moment is a throwaway culture instead of repairing and replacing. So basically you've got to introduce your company to these businesses and basically offer them a solution to the amount of money that they're wasting. My first plan was to employ someone by the summer, but I think that is going to have to be brought forward because generally we like to keep a week call out, and at the moment I'm running at about 2-week call out. So I'm hoping to start somebody within a couple of months. Through WhatsApp and through LinkedIn as well, we've got quite a good franchise connection going. There's support there as well. We don't necessarily just have to ask Chris or John. We can ask the other franchisees. And it's sometimes nice to just hear from them as well because they also tell you how they've also targeted different customers. So my future plans, obviously, are to take on more staff members, obviously really trying to cement my clients within the North and East Yorkshire, but then also look at potentially buying an next territory. At the moment, I've actually had work off Lincolnshire, so potentially if that territory is still available, that is definitely room for growth. The growth potential, obviously, in each area is different. My territory is a large territory, so that the population density isn't as high as maybe some others, but there's always new houses being built in my area, so there's definitely potential and future work within North and East Yorkshire. Very affluent cities as well, as in York and some affluent towns with really big production of new houses. But then also we have the caravan industry, the coastal holiday making, so that the growth in this area is massive, as it will be in each area. You just need to understand and research your areas to find where that growth can come from. The labour intensity is different from what I'm used to, as in when I worked as a joiner, it was a lot more labour intensive, whereas this is a lot more busy, as in you've got more jobs to do, but it's not as strenuous. As long as you're willing to put in the effort to get the Snag Doctor name out there, you will get enough work. And one of the real benefits of the business is every day has been different. So no day is the same. You have different repairs, different locations. That's obviously a really big positive, knowing that you're not doing the same thing day in, day out. Meeting new people as well, and actually I've been quite surprised how much I actually enjoy the buzz almost of on a construction site. With the first year, I was always thinking as long as the business broke even almost, I was thinking that had been success. But really looking at the forecast and how it's going, it does look like it's actually going to be profitable. At the start, personally, I'm not taking a massive way to try and build the business first. But in terms of a salary, I reckon by year 2, I'll be on a very good salary. I'd say the successful traits of all the Snag Doctors is people who are driven to succeed. Also, people who take job satisfaction in their work. As there's some of the results what we can produce, sometimes I'm amazed myself. Yes, I definitely recommend Snag Doctor to someone looking to start a new business. It'll give you a head start and also a successful blueprint to follow.
If you'd like to learn more about starting your own Snag Doctor business, simply click the Request Information button, fill out your details, and we'll be in touch with our extensive prospectus.